What's happening, everybody? I'm Allie Burns from Picks Parlays, and have I got news for you? We are now sponsored by Caesars Sportsbook. I know, we fancy. Just want to let you guys know, if you look in the description of this video, you'll find a link, and that link will direct you to Caesars Sportsbook. And there's a special promo code for all the Picks and Parlays viewers. Click on that link and it'll bring you right there. Caesars will match all new accounts when you deposit your first bet and make it. They will match that first bet, win, lose, or draw, up to $1,001. So you don't want to miss out on that special opportunity. Now it's time for business. We are talking NHL Total Chaos for this Thursday, December the 16th. With me today, I've got two Nicks. I've got Nick Earle from Earle Sports Bets. How's it going, Nick Earle?
Not too bad. Currently, at the time of recording, we're about 12 minutes into the Washington Capitals game. It's 0-0 there, so that's my first play of the night. But other than that, doing pretty good.
All right, rock and roll. And our other Nick from the Insiders Room, Nick Parsons. How are you, my friend?
Really good. Yeah, looking forward to this one. I always have to bring my A game when I go up against the other Nick here.
I know. You guys are two of our best hockey guys on the site, always battling it out at the top of the leaderboard. So I'm excited to hear what you guys are doing with these plays. We're going to go through 5 NHL games that happen on Thursday. They're going to tell me if they're going over or under the total. We're starting out with the Bruins at the Islanders. 5.5 is the number. Nick Earle, start us off.
Yeah, I'm going to start it off by going with an Islanders under. I feel like this is a trend you can ride basically the entire season. Islanders offense has been rather non-existent this year. They're 31st in the NHL, 2.13 goals scored per game. They do have one of the better young goalies in the league with Ilya Sorokin having a decent season. And on the other side with Boston, they are going to be missing 2/3 of the perfection line there, with both Bergeron and Marchand going to be out due to COVID protocols. Also, Craig Smith they'll be missing. And also the Islanders will be missing their top offensive weapon with Matthew Barzal as well. So a lot of offense taken away out of these two teams that struggle to go over the total to begin with. So I think that the under is a pretty simple spot here. I feel like last year they had totals of 5s in these games, and I think that's probably where the total should be. So I'm going to go under.
All right, Nick Parsons, that makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
It does, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the Islanders, they average 2.13 goals per game. That's 31st in the NHL. They're right in the middle of the pack on the goals against average. Now, Boston, it only averages 2.76 goals per game, so it's not getting the job done by blowing teams out offensively. It's usually by grinding them down, waiting for them to make the first mistake. They are only giving up 2.60 goals per game. So, yeah, I don't see a lot of offense being scored here either. I'm going under.
Okay, so right out of the gate, we agreed. That's fantastic. When these two agree, those are our money-making plays. All right, my favorite for the Stanley Cup, the Buffalo Sabres are taking on the Minnesota Wild. Don't make that face. The total on this one's 5.5. It's just a little inside bet that Nick's brother Tim and I have just to tick off Nick, and it totally works. So that was worth my $1 future. Nick Parsons, what do you think? 5.5, over or under?
Well, when you think about Buffalo, most of the time you think about unders.
I think about the Stanley Cup. That's so weird. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go. I mean, up until this last game here, they had seen the total go under in 4 straight. They pushed on this last one, but hey, they did get a win. There was a 4-2 win over Winnipeg. Buffalo, it averages 2.71 goals per game, which isn't great. That's only 23rd, but hey, they're even worse on the defensive end. They give up 3.50. And Minnesota, it's one of the better offensive clubs. In fact, it's second, averaging 3.68. So you know what? I think this is going to be a high-scoring shootout. I'm going over.
Over we go. All right, Nick Earle, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I'm on the same page here. And talking about futures we have, I have a Minnesota Wild one. They're playing like one of, if not the best team in hockey right now. I really like this Wild team. They can score at will. And when it comes to the goaltending here of Buffalo, they have been getting a little bit better goaltending from Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. It's been much better than what Aaron Dell or Malcolm Subban or Tokarski's been giving them all year. So if he's in net, that does make me a little bit more worried about this over, but I do think over 5.5. We've been seeing nothing but 6s in Minnesota games. The last time we saw a 5.5 was almost a month ago on the 28th of November when they went over it against Tampa Bay. So I like the over in this spot here. Minnesota, one of the best scoring offenses. You said they were second. They're only behind the Colorado Avalanche, which is a juggernaut on offense right now. We'll get to them later in this total chaos. But I like the over in this spot.
Yes, next it is up. The Avalanche at the Predators. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Can you say that 5 times fast?
Is that a challenge? Or?
All right, so the Avalanche of the Predators. 6 is your number, Nick Earle. What do you got?
Yeah, this one is one I've actually bet already. And I've been doing this a little bit lately. It's just blind betting overs in Colorado games. And even at 6.5, they've been going over in the second period. It's just still careful, though, a little bit with this one. COVID's hit these teams, or hit Nashville a lot. With Colorado, they'll still be without Devon Taves, Bowen Byron, and Gabriel Landeskog, their captain, which is going to take away a little offense there. But on the other side, no Duchesne, no Granlund, 2 of their top, no Johansson in this spot either for Nashville. I'm probably going to look to be getting on a team total over potentially for the Colorado Avalanche as well. But I do like the over in this spot. I think Colorado can put up 5-6 by themselves in this game.
Nick Parsons, do you agree or disagree with this one?
I agree as well. No, Nashville, it's right in the middle of the pack, both on the offensive end and defensive end. But as Nick pointed out there, Colorado, it's number 1 in the NHL offensively. It averages 4.31 goals per game. Now, both of these teams actually come in having seen the total go under in 2 straight. Listen, this one's going to be wide open against, 2 really high-scoring teams. So I think this one goes over as well.
All right, I like it. We're agreeing with things. This is great. Columbus Blue Jackets are at the Edmonton Oilers. The number on that one is 6 to you, Nick Parsons.
Now, Columbus had seen the total go over in 2 straight. But, yeah, Edmonton, it comes in on a big losing streak here. It's lost 6 straight. It's seen the total go under in 5 straight. Edmonton, it's one of the highest scoring teams in the NHL. It averages 3.30 goals per game. Where it has struggled this year big time, though, and of recent is on the defensive end. It's allowing 3.15. So I think, Columbus keeps up these high-scoring trends. Edmonton, it's been going under. It's been losing, but it's desperate for a win here. I think this one's going to go over. I think both teams are going to get some goals. Keeping that over trend going here. I'm going over.
Boom. All right, Nick Earle, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm on the over in this spot as well. Columbus is not a good defensive team, I've noticed, away from home. I believe they've gone over in, I think, 4 or 5 straight road games. They did last night against Vancouver. What a comeback from the Canucks there. I love to see that one there. Then they were 5-4 in overtime against Seattle. When they're on the road, 5-4 against Toronto on the 7th. This is a team that their road home splits have been very drastic this year. They're one of the bigger home road split teams, I've noticed. And defensively, they just don't bring their defense on the road. And plus, it felt like even Edmonton going under in 4 straight games earlier in the season when Edmonton went under the total, it felt like an accident the way that this top. But it really depends on where this top line goes with McDavid and Draisaitl. Because I saw a stat heading into a couple games ago. They gotten all of 12 goals from their bottom 6 forwards, and 7 of them are from Lucic. So this is not a team that scores with depth. So if you guys look at player props, don't get cute with this team. Just McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, any of those top guys. But I like the over in this spot.
Okay, so we agree again. The Canucks at the San Jose Sharks, 5.5. Nick Earle, finish us off.
Yeah, this Canucks team's looked like a totally different team since they got their new head coach. And I've cashed on them in 4 of the last 5 games. And I'm going to be right back on tomorrow. I like the under in this spot a little bit as well. Thatcher Demko has been playing some really good in net recently. The only game they had gone over really, other than that Winnipeg game, is when Halak was in net in their last game against Columbus. They were down 3-0, and then they came back with 3 unanswered goals in the third period to win that game in regulation. And San Jose's been struggling to score a little bit as of late as well. They lost 3-1 to Seattle, a team that's struggled defensively so far this season. 2-1 game against Dallas. That's understandable, though. Dallas has a really good offense. But this is a team that's been struggling to score as of late. I'm going to go under in this spot. I like Vancouver even more in this game, though.
All right. Nick Parsons, what do we say?
Yeah, Pacific Division matchup here. Both teams, in need of victories. They're both, right around the 500 mark. Vancouver is just under it. San Jose is just over it. Neither team is scoring a lot of goals this year. Neither has been, they're right in the middle of the pack defensively. I'm seeing it exactly the same way as Nick. I don't see a lot of goals being scored here. I think this is going to be really competitive, a really sort of chippy affair, which, that sort of tends to lead to sort of lower scoring defensive games. And so that's what I'm expecting here. I'm going under as well.
Okay, so we've got to pick another one because you guys are tied right now. Let's move into Vegas Golden Knights at the New Jersey Devils. What do we got here? The number's 5.5 VGK at Devils, 5.5. Parsons, you're going to go first.
Sure. Okay, yeah. Well, when you think Vegas Knights, you automatically think over. The Jersey, it's played to a couple of overs here as well. I'm going to go over in this one. I'm going to say that Jersey continues these high scoring affairs here, and Vegas comes in. It's averaging 3.50 goals per game. That's fourth. So yeah, I'll go over in this one.
Nick Earle, do you agree or disagree with this one?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to find another game here because I like the over in this spot as well. Both teams have gone over in 7 of their last 10 games. And it was interesting in the beginning of the season, I always kept thinking Vegas at home over and on the road unders. But this last game when they're on the road against Boston was their first under in, I think, 7 games. They had gone over in 7 straight road games, which usually in the beginning of the season, that's not the way they were playing on the road. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the over in this spot as well. I think we need to find another game to break this tie.
Well, lucky you have got one. Red Wings are at the Hurricanes. 5.5 is your number. Nick Earle, you go first.
I'm going to go with the under in this spot here, and mainly because we're going to be missing a lot of scoring on the side of the Carolina Hurricanes. I did a free pick video for Picks and Parlays that's going to be coming out tonight as well on this game. I like the Red Wings in this spot because of that. A lot of offense missing from Carolina. They're going to be most likely without Martinook, without Ian Cole, Steven Lorentz, Jordan Stahl, Andrei Svechnikov, Seth Jarvis, and Sebastian Aho. So they're going to be without a lot of players. So I'm going to go with the under here because we still got both starting goaltenders, Nedeljkovic and Anderson, available for this game. So I'm going to go under in this spot.
That is a lot of players. And we're sure we need them all, right? I'm sure that we need them all. I'm just kidding. That is a lot of players out. All right, Nick Parsons, what do you think?
Well, to end our thing here tonight, I'll go the opposite on that one here and just say, the Carolina, it's going to run up the score here on Detroit and take advantage of both these teams. It's next man up. So just to keep the ball rolling here and end the show, I'll go the opposite on our 7th play.
All right. No disclaimers, though. If you lose, you lose, period.
All right.
No disclaimers. All right. That's not how total chaos works. Okay. So, you guys got lucky, viewers at home. You got 7 free picks instead of 5. Remember when they agree, which they did on 6, those are the money makers, people. So here we go. We're going to do a little recapping. But first, some housekeeping. Let me remind you guys, you can find me at Plus Money Honey over Twitter. We do have a promo code over at picksandparlays.net. It is BOWL, BOWL, saves 20% off of the entire site, and that includes the premium picks out of these 2 guys who, again, are at the tops of the leaderboards. These are 2 of our best cappers. Nick Earle, let us know what's going on over at Earle Sports Bets.
Yeah, we are number 1 on the site now. Sorry, Nick. I think we passed you last night. But college basketball has been very good to us this season, and we're going to continue pumping that out as well as every other sport here.
All right, beautiful. And don't forget, subscribe to Earle Sports Bets over on YouTube. That's their own channel. Tons of free content every day. And you can find Nick Parsons at the Insiders Room on Twitter and under the Insiders Room over at picksandparlays.net. Nick, what do you have lined up?
Hey, Nick, you never have to apologize for doing so well as you guys. Hey, we're a team together and we're all after the books. And hey, the Insiders Room, we have been among the nation's leaders all year long, and we're looking to finish off strong. We're going to have a great Week 15 card. The Bulls are coming up here. So yeah, check out the leaderboards, check out the Insiders Room, check out our cards at the Insiders Room at picksandparlays.net.
And don't forget, you can get both of their packages on the site and use that promo code BULL. Save yourself 20% off, and you'll get tons of picks from the top of the leaderboard at picksandparlays.net. Excellent work to both of y'all. Okay, so let's rock here. Recapping. Bruins at the Islanders, 5.5. They're taking it under. Sabres for the Cup at the Wild, 5.5. They're going over. The Avalanche at the Predators, it's a 6. They say it's going over the 6. Columbus Blue Jackets at the Edmonton Oilers, number 6 there. It goes over, they say. The Canucks at the Sharks, 5.5. We're going the other way. We're taking it under. VGK at the Devils, it's going over that 5.5. And the tiebreaker, Red Wings at the Hurricanes, 5.5. Nick Earle says under. Nick Parsons says over. That's going to end the round. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And don't forget to check them out at picksandparlays.net. Don't forget to check out Caesars Sportsbook, link located in the description of this video. And like I always say, may the best capper win. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Later, Nick.